What is up, my people? You may not be my people. To be honest, I don't even know you. Moving on. I'm going to put new chains in this old beast right here. She's been rode hard and put up wet, but I tell you what, buddy, she's been a good one. But new chains are here. And this is the way that a good chain is supposed to act. When you put it on your finger and you roll it, it's supposed to roll freely. Now let me show you what stretched, worn, and pushed to the brink of destruction time and chains roll like. You ready? Check this out. You ready? All right. That is a good one. Yeah, man. These time and chains are... I don't even see how they were holding up, to be completely honest with you. But they were. Like I said, I drove it in here when I tore it apart. It was a rattling son of a gun. Rattling like hell. But she ran. You can beat these old dogs till they puke, and they'll love you. But once they stop loving you, oh, they stop loving you. This guy right here, his name is Micah Barker. Micah Barker. Some of y'all might know him. But he's had a brute force. 3 of them, to be completely honest with you. 3 of them in the last year, and he's been able to ride all of 10 times. Hell yeah. That's the one that I showed you where his oil pump was burnt because he decided he didn't want to check it out, and it burnt the whole top end up after he just spent $400 having me port and polishing babies. Now I'm going to show you how to put these new chains in. It's really simple, nothing to it. If you can turn a wrench, you can do timing chains. If you can't turn a wrench, well, why do you have a brute force anyway? Am I right? Okay. It's really easy when going to pull these timing chains down is whenever you're starting to feed your timing chain down through the journals, you have your tensioner, which is completely flappable. You can see it inside that hole there. See that wiggling thing? All right, that's him. Any hoot nanny. You want to take an old bolt, one that you've used, and preferably one of your valve cover bolts, because it's long and strong. All right, let's keep this PG, folks. And you just put it through the top of the chain, like so. Then you're going to use a magnet. After you pull your tensioner back, your valve guide tension or chain guide tensioner back, all this is going to be flimsy floppy, and gravity doesn't really work in your favor at a 45-degree angle, so you have to work in there and get it out, aka magnet. Run that guy up in there, and then you'll feel it, grab the chain, and you just pull him out, and there he is. Now it's as simple as getting your finger inside of it and pulling it on down here where you're supposed to go, and your bolt will hold it up top where it won't fall down inside. Next thing you're ready to do is get your mid shaft and right up in there, right up in there, ready to sag that thing off in there, make it bellow like a stuck mule. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. You've been there, you've done it. Right on. Oh, I like to think that I'm right all the time, especially when it comes to mechanic and stuff. And I thought I had this time and stuff all figured out. Ha! Boy, was I wrong. Woo! All right, let me just break it down for you the simple way. Number 1, this mid shaft has to stay off this front chain when it comes through here. Number 2, this keyway here has to be lined up with this groove similar to this one on this side, just like that right here. You can't really see it, but it's lined up with it. And then when this crankshaft is lined up on that mark, which means that this jug is at top dead cylinder, your jock chain sprocket has a divot in it that's supposed to line up with that mark, and it does. Fantastic. Then you have to put your jock chain on your crankshaft, your timing chain on your back sprocket, making sure it's not in the valley of the tube, because that little fucker likes to go down inside there. If you're a Christian person, this is not a job for you. If you don't like using the Lord's name in vain, this is not a job for you. If you can't do basic math, this is not a job for you. All right, now all that's together and all that's on. When you slide the shaft through, you take your rear chain, you have to open it up, slide your mid shaft through. It only lines up one way. Remember, the sprocket can be put on backwards, so put it on correctly. Large sprocket out. Okay. Then, you rotate this crankshaft clockwise. You can't just, all right, there it is, because it's just not how it works. You rotate it clockwise till it lines up on your next mark on this side. Then, this is null and void once you have this together. Then, that's when you time your rear side. And it lines up here. When you rotate it around, this divot will line up perfectly on this arrow right here. I'm not going to roll it to show you. You just take my daggone word for it. Then when you have your timing chains in the right place, you put this cam in first. It's the one with the line in it. That is your rear shaft. Nobody online will fucking tell you this shit. This is your rear camshaft, the one with the line in it right there. This is your front. It doesn't have a line. Rear, front. Remember. All right. You put this on. These two marks line up with the top of the head. This mark over here, and then there's a mark over here. You can't see it because of my foot cone. And then there's an arrow on your timing sprocket. It points straight up. Not straight up as in straight toward the ceiling. Straight up as in aligned with your jug. So your jug's at a 45, your arrow points in line with the jug. Okay? Okay. Now, that's when you roll it around again, clockwise, 270 degrees, till this mark lines up with that arrow. Then you put this camshaft in. You have two marks, they line up horizontally with the milling of the jug. Arrow pointing up, in line with the jug. Once that's done, then we can begin the reassembly process. As far as, you know, like the valve covers and things of that nature. Once that's done, depending on what cam you have, you need to set your valve lash. Anytime you pull your valve covers off, reset your valve lash. Don't just assume, oh, well, man, they'll go right back together the way I took it off, you know. Not true, homie. Not true. People who believe that have gumpus. Gumpus is a disease. I'm trying to bring awareness for it. It's a pretty critical, dangerous disease. It's where you break out all over your body in little assholes and shit yourself to death. Don't be those people. Moving on.